Good morning and welcome to Sacred Flows, Slow Flow Practice. This is another first in the series that we'll be building and adding onto and slowly changing and tweaking as the weeks go. And so I'm excited to share this practice with you this morning. A couple things to note is that I have a block here for this practice. We're going to be doing revolved triangle, and you might need something like this, or just adjust it so that it works for you. And I'll talk you through that as we go. Another thing to remember is that we show up in our bodies each day, and our bodies are different each day. And so, like for me today, I'm incredibly sore from a workout that I did on Saturday. Even though that's 2 days ago, I'm noticing on the left leg, it's just really tight. And so I'm going to need to pay special attention to that. And also acknowledge when my ego is getting in the way, because I want you to see a really pretty pose today, and it may not look like that today because of what I'm experiencing in the soreness in my body, but this pose should feel really nice if I pay attention, notice whatever I'm experiencing today, honor that, and just work with what I have. So you may be showing up today in a similar situation, or you notice something is not quite right. So always adjust your practice for that. You will feel better doing it. You won't cause injury, and yoga should be something that you are able to practice every day. So we don't want to push so hard that you are unable to engage in another type of yoga practice tomorrow. So always keep that in mind. The other thing as we get started this morning is I want to offer you an invitation, a way to see the structure of our class a little bit differently this morning. Typically, we begin in meditation. We move through just a small warm-up so that we can connect breath to movement and feel that link that will guide us through the rest of our practice. Then we begin with our Sun A, Sun B, Sun C, and then cool it down on our mat. Well, today I offer you this same structure flow of our practice, but I want to invite you to see these different elements in a new way. So I've been really inspired by the body prayer by Julian of Norwich. And some of you have joined me on Wednesday evenings for the midweek meditation where we're exploring her practice. But she has 4 different stages to this body prayer. The first one connects to the word await. And so in that moment, you just await for the sense of the sacred in whatever way, shape, or form that comes or does not come. Trying to shift away from expectations or hopes or dreams for what that might be like, and to just let it be what it is. And then we move to a new shape, and that word is accept. Or no, I'm sorry, that word, the second one is allow. And so we allow the sense of the sacred to be what it is, to offer us insight or not, but just saying, hey, we're open to receiving whatever is or whatever doesn't come. And then the third word is accept. So we move into a shape that says we accept whatever gift we have received or have not received, whatever the presence has felt like or not felt like in this moment. And then the last word is to attend. And so at that point, we surrender or signal a yes to whatever we have been called to be or do in this moment, saying we will attend to that. So for today, I want to use these 4 words in our practice. And I'm going to give you the shape and then remind you of that during the practice. So as we sit for seated meditation, I want you to connect to the word await. So we are awaiting a sense of the sacred in whatever way, shape, or form that comes or does not come. And then when we move to the more active practice, I want us to connect to the word allow. So we are opening our body, we are using breath and movement to expand not only our bodies, but our minds. And in a way, we are allowing God, the spirit, a sense of the sacred to do a work in us or not. Just allow it to be what it is. And then when we come back to the seated stretches, I want us to think of the word accept. So we are accepting whatever we have received or have not received in this moment. And then when we lay in our final resting posture, I want us to connect to the word attend. So typically that's our surrender moment, that's our let it all go. But I want us to shift into thinking about that in that moment, we're saying yes to be or do whatever we feel called to be or do as a result of our practice today. So I hope you enjoy this structure. I think that we'll do it for the next several weeks so that we can just see how that feels in our bodies, in our minds, in our spirits. And I'd love to hear feedback from you. So with that, we're going to get started. Go ahead and find an easy seated position if you haven't already. And then shift your gaze softly down or close your eyes. And begin to explore how the body feels in this shape. Noting the areas that feel really good, as well as the areas that might need a little extra attention today. So softening through the face, shoulders, releasing any tension in the low back, hips, and legs. And then tuning in to the feel of the breath. And in this moment, if it feels right, you can turn your palms face up in your lap or on your legs. For me, this helps connect even better to the word await. So as you focus on the breath, await the sense of the sacred in whatever way, shape, or form it comes or does not come. Just being with what is, giving your full presence to this moment. And just take a few more breaths. And then gently open your eyes. That feels really nice. And now we will begin to build the breath. So bringing the hands to the belly, sitting up really tall, engaging the core at about 10%. Inhale into the belly and exhale. Bringing the hands to the rib cage. Inhale into the belly and expand the breath through the rib cage. Now bring the hands right beneath the collarbone to that soft spot. Inhale into the belly, expand through the rib cage and feel the breath at the fingertips. Take 2 more breaths here. And now we'll continue to use that breath, linking breath to movement. So finding a tabletop position where wrists are under shoulders and knees are under hips. And we'll begin to flow through and build a pattern in this shape. So we'll inhale, soften the belly and look up. And exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. Inhale, soften the belly and look up. Exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. Inhale, the hips come up. And exhale, the tailbone rounds down to the mat. And then at a flat back, lengthen the left leg behind you and lift it up off the mat. And then reach the right arm out in front like you're shaking somebody's hand. Take an inhale here. And exhale, knee to elbow under the body. Inhale, stretch back out. Exhale, knee to elbow, crunch. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, stretch out. And exhale, bring the hand down to the mat. Keep the left leg straight, but the toes touch. And now we're going to shift. That right leg joins the left leg behind you in a plank, and then turn the body with the left hand down, left leg down, and reach the right arm up to the sky. You can even gaze up at the fingers, and then exhale back down to plank, and drop the knees down to the mat. 3 cat-cows. Inhale, soften the belly and look up. Exhale, round the spine and tuck the chin. Inhale, your back makes a U. Exhale, your back makes a rainbow. One more time. And then once you come to a flat back, straighten your right leg and lift the toes up off the mat. And reach your left arm out like you're shaking a hand. Inhale here. Exhale, knee to elbow under the body. Inhale, stretch back out. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, stretch back out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, the left hand down. Keep the right leg straight, the toes touch. And now we turn over to that left side, reaching the left arm up in a side plank. Gaze can go up at the fingers. Take an inhale. Exhale, back to plank. And drop the knees down to the mat. Now tuck the toes under and lift the hips high for downward facing dog. Begin to pedal out the feet. Spread your fingers wide and push the chest back to the thighs. You can notice a deeper stretch in those glutes. Find that full breath. And inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, come up halfway and lengthen the spine. And exhale, slide your hands down the legs and fold forward. You can even have a soft bend in the knees like I do. And inhale, rise all the way up. Reach the arms up overhead. Press the palms. And exhale, the hands to heart center. Take a pause here. And now let's begin to shift our words. We have been sensing the sacred using the word await. Now let's shift to the word allow. As we move and breathe, think of allowing the sense of the sacred to be what it is, to offer you what it will. Take one more breath. And then inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Grab that left wrist and reach up and over to the right side. Inhale through center. Exhale, grab the right wrist and reach up and over to the left side. Inhale through center. Exhale, bend both elbows. Take a small back bend. And inhale, reach the arms back up. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, find plank. And bend the elbows 2 inches, or you can come all the way down to the mat. Then inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, lift the hips high for downward facing dog. Take a moment here to pedal out the feet, to shift the hips side to side. And take a breath. And inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Grab the left wrist. And exhale, up and over to the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, up and over to the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus arms and backward bend a little bit. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, find plank. And bend the elbows 2 inches or lower your body all the way down. Then inhale, straighten the arms and open the chest. Exhale, use the belly to lift the hips high for downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Then inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Grab the left wrist. And exhale, bend over to the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend over to the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend both elbows for cactus arms. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, find plank. And lower the body 2 inches. Inhale, open the chest for upward dog. Exhale, use the belly. Lift the hips high for downward facing dog. Take another breath. And inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, walk the feet to the hands. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the palms. And exhale, the hands to heart center. Take a moment to reconnect to our word, allow. As we begin to build our sun bee. opening up the hips. Bringing the feet either a little closer together or keeping them hip distance. Inhale to stand up tall. And exhale to bend both knees, sinking the hips back in the chair. Inhale, reach the arms out. And take a few breaths here. You could even bounce up and down, just getting a feel of the legs. And then hold and take one more breath. Inhale. And exhale, straighten the legs and fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, place your fingertips on the mat, step the left foot back, bend the right knee, and inhale, sweep the arms high in a warrior one shape, shoulders down out of the ears. And then exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. The back heel spins off the mat. Leave the left hand down and reach the right arm up to the sky for dragonfly twist. Exhale that right hand back down. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fingers to the mat. Step the right foot back. Bend the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands back down. The back heel spins up off the mat. Leave the right hand down and lift the left fingers up to the sky. Taking our twist. Exhale the left hand down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the palms. Exhale, bend both knees, sinking the hips back into the chair. Inhale, reach the arms out. And just pause here for a few minutes. Not a few minutes, a few breaths. Then hold and take an inhale. And exhale, straighten the legs and fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back. Bend the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat and twist over to the right, reaching the right hand up to the sky. Exhale, the right hand back down, step the left foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step the right foot back, bend the left knee. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, the hands back down to the mat, twist over to the left, lifting the left fingers high. Exhale the left hand back down, step the right foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, press the palms. Exhale, sink the hips into the chair. Inhale, reach the arms out. Then pause here. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the legs and fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back and set up for warrior one, reaching the arms high. Exhale, the hands back down and take your twist, lifting right hand high. Exhale, right hand back down, step the left foot forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, step the right foot back. Inhale the arms high. Exhale the hands back down. Twist to the left. And exhale the left hand down. Step the right foot forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise all the way up. Press the palms. And exhale the hands to heart center. Maybe you notice your heart is beating a little faster. You can feel the body begin to open. Now we'll begin to build our sun C, working our way around the mat. This is the basic form of the sun C that we'll be doing for the next 3 weeks. So let's inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, find plank. And then lower down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, lift the hips high for downward dog. We're going to start here from our downward dog shape. So take a few breaths here. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. That feels good. All right, let's inhale the right leg up high. Really stretch it up. Feel the stretch in the legs. Nice. Feels so nice. Then exhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, bring the knee to the opposite elbow. And inhale, lift it high. Exhale, step the right foot forward between the two hands. Spin the back heel down on the mat. And inhale the arms up to the sky. And here we are in that warrior one again. So feel the back edge of the left foot of the mat. Press down. Still holding up that arch. Then the full foot on the right side. You can lift up the right toes and place them down. Shoulders down out of the ears, but the arms are strong. And take 2 more breaths. Then bring the hands to prayer. Turn your body to the long side of the mat. The right toes face the long side of the mat. The left toes face the back of the mat. Bend the left knee as deep as you want to go. And then the hips shift down, really opening the hips. And we hold here, soften through the shoulders, although the palms are pressed. And so feel the engagement of the chest. Notice the opening of the hips. Now the right outside edge of the foot is pressing down, but the full left foot is in the mat. So you can lift the left toes and place them down and take 2 more breaths. Now here's where you might need your yoga block. And I'll show it that way, but I'll also show it without it. So we're going to turn our toes to face the back of the mat and also turn the hips to face the back of the mat. The block can come to the inside of that left foot with the right hand on the block. And then you take your left hand to the left hip and shift it down and back. And then look over the left shoulder. Now that's the easiest shape of our revolved triangle. The other option, if you don't have a block, is to bring your hand to the right hand to the shin or to the ankle, and then look over the shoulder, or to place it on the ground, place your hands on the ground away from that left foot, even like a foot away, so that you can open up the chest and look over the shoulder. This is a very intense twist, and a lot of us are tight in the outside of the hips and glutes, that IT band running along the outside of the thigh. So just hold here for 2 more breaths. Then place the left hand on the outside of the left foot and push off the back toes, lifting them up to the sky for standing L. Release any tension in the back of the neck. Just float that leg up higher and higher. Keeping both hands down on the ground. Pushing down through the left foot. And take 2 more breaths. Then step that right leg or put that right leg down on the ground way towards the front of the mat. The left foot joins it. And then we're going to twist over to the left side, lifting the left hand up high to the sky in our side plank. Gaze up at the left fingers if you can. Really strengthen the right side of the body by pushing that hip up to the sky. Take 2 more breaths. Then the left hand joins the right hand and we find plank. Pushing weight back into those toes so that not all the weight is in the hands. Pushing the mat away from you so that the chest is engaged. Back of the neck is long. And take 2 more breaths. Now twist over to the right side, leaving the left hand down and lifting the right hand up to the sky. Again, strengthening the left side of the body. So shifting those hips up to the sky as much as you can. Reaching up with the right fingers, gaze up there at the right fingers, and take 2 more breaths. Then bring that right hand down to join the left. Bend the elbows or bring the body down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You've done it. You've completed one side of our Sun C. Maybe you need to shake the head yes again. Shake the head no. And take a full breath. And let's begin working our way back around the mat. So this time, lift the left leg up to the sky. Really stretch it out. Feel the body stretching. Take an inhale. And bring left knee to left elbow. Exhale. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, knee to opposite elbow. Inhale, lift the leg high. Exhale, bring the left foot forward between both hands. Spin the back heel down on the mat. Bend the left knee deep and inhale the arms up to the sky for our warrior one. The back foot, you feel the edge, outside edge of the foot pushing down. Lift the left toes up, those front toes, and put them down, feeling the entire foot on the mat. Moving the shoulders, so the shoulders come down out of the ears. Arms are strong. Take 2 more breaths. Then bring the hands to heart center. Turn the body to face the long side of the mat. The left toes face the long side of the mat. The right toes turn to face the front of the mat. Bend the right knee deep, shifting the hips down. Feel the outside edge of the left foot pushing down. Lift the right toes up and place them down. Press the palms at heart center and take 2 breaths. If you have a yoga block, grab it. Bring it to the inside of the right foot. Turn both toes to face the front of the mat. Shift both hips to face the front of the mat. And then the right hand can stay on the block. Straighten, and then, the left hand on the block. Straighten the right leg. Bring the right hand to the hip and turn your gaze over the right shoulder. Now that's the first element. You can also bring your hand to the shin or to the ankle and look over the shoulder, or take your left hand away from that right foot. Straighten the right leg. And open the chest. Look over the shoulder and take 2 breaths. And then frame the foot with both hands. Push off the back foot, lifting those toes up to the sky. And this is our standing L shape. Finding balance, but also pushing down firmly through that right foot. Lengthening the back of the neck. And take 2 more breaths. Now those left toes find the mat way back at the back of the mat. The right foot joins the left foot. Bring the right hand fully down to the mat, about center, and twist over to the left side, lifting the left arm high. Gaze up at the fingers, and take 3 more breaths. Find plank and take 5 breaths here. Then bring the left hand center, twist over to the right side and lift the right arm high. Gaze up at the fingers, lifting those hips up high to the sky, and take 2 more breaths. Then bring that right hand down to the mat, and we'll go through our vinyasa. Bend the elbows, straighten the arms, open the chest, inhale, and exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Take a moment to release the breath by breathing in through the nose and out the mouth. One more time. Now just come to the natural rhythm of your breath. Then walk the hands back to the toes. And we're just going to hang out here for a moment. You can leave your hands on the ground. You can grab for opposite elbows and swing side to side. And now we're shifting from the word allow to the word accept. Accepting what is in this moment. Accepting what you did or did not receive. And take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Then walk your hands back out so that you're in downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring that knee to the elbow. And then that left foot close to the right elbow and drop the leg down onto the mat and slide that right leg back as much as you can. Inhale to open the chest and a little back bend. And then exhale, come down on your forearms. See how that feels, kind of shifting the hips side to side. If that feels good, you can come all the way down, placing your forehead on the palms. And noticing how that word accept feels to you. And take 2 more breaths. And come back up onto your forearms. Reach back with your right hand and grab for the ankle, the toe, getting a little stretch to the front of the right quad. If this is too intense, then you can keep that foot back on the mat, bend that right knee, and just bring the hands behind the hips. And you should feel a stretch in that front quad as well. Wherever you are, stay there for 3 or 4 more breaths. And bring both hands back forward. Make your way to downward facing dog. And walk the hands back towards the toes. This time, spread the feet wide apart, toes facing out, if that feels good for you. And walk your hands over to that right foot. And release any tension in the back of the neck. Shift that right hip down. And take a few breaths. Then walk your hands over to the left foot. Shifting that left hip down, lengthening the back of the neck, and take a few breaths. Then bring the hands back to center. Walk the hands back forward. Bring the legs back closer to each other. Then inhale the right leg up off the mat. Bring the right knee towards the right elbow, the right foot towards the left elbow, and place the leg down on the mat and slide that left leg back. Take an inhale to open the chest. And exhale to come down on the forearms. And just pause here to see how that feels. Shifting the hips side to side. And then if that feels good, come all the way down. Soften the shoulders. As you breathe, soften any part of the body that needs to release tension. And take 2 more breaths here. And lift back up onto your forearms. Bend that back knee. Grab for the toes or ankle and find a quad stretch. If this is not comfortable or you don't have the ability today to do this, then still bend that back knee, but keep the back foot on the ground and bring the hands behind the hips. And take 3 or 4 more breaths here. And shift to bringing both legs together out in front. Bend the knees and slowly bring your body all the way back down onto the mat. Stretch one more leg out long. Stretch the other leg out long. And again, we turn the palms facing up, down beside us. And the word for this pose is attend. We are saying yes to whatever gift or insight or calling that we feel to be or do. Noticing how it feels to say yes to attending to whatever that is that you feel called to be or do. For some of us, that may feel really easy and wonderful to say yes because we feel like we're always saying no. And then for others of us, it doesn't feel quite right. We find some resistance to the yes. See if we can stay in this shape until your resistance fades and you really feel the ability to say yes, to attend. And if the resistance grows stronger, it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It just means that your practice for today is to become curious why you would find resistance to a yes. And begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reach and stretch. Bring your knees into your chest and take a rock side to side. Allow the entire body to drop over to one side in a fetal position. And take a moment to offer gratitude today for our practice, for your able body, for the gift you've received,
whatever comes to mind. And then inhale to sit back up. Coming back into the shape that we started class in. Pressing the palms at heart center. The light in me notices, observes, and appreciates the light in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this practice. I'll see you back here next week for part 2 of this new series. I'd love to hear your feedback. Talk to you soon.